So we're gonna step back in because we have a good class today. I think y'all will enjoy it. And I'm gonna start off with a prayer, and then Rodney can start off with the many videos that we have. We have several videos we're gonna be watching today. They're not long. They're pretty short. But it pertains to everything that we're going to be talking about today, which is quite important. And I hope you will take it and really think about it and see what part you play in it and what you can do to bring it about better, to bring it forth for better. So we'll start off with a prayer. Heavenly Father and Mother, thank you for this beautiful day and for everybody that has touched each and every single one of our hearts and our lives. Cover them in your shawl of protection and love, and bring us into the one family unit that we are to be and have always meant to be, united as one people on the same journey to find and understand what unconditional love is. Thank you for everything that you have showed us in the days that we have not been together to speak, and the lessons we've learned, and also of the gifts that you gave us. Bless each and every one and let them have the knowing that even when chaos shows up, there's a reason why chaos is there. Chaos has to come to tear the old down so the new can begin. And we appreciate these teachings and the love that you show us. I hope.
First song.
When I'm dancing, I feel very free. I dance for my family and my loved ones and those that we've lost along the way.
We're the first people of this continent. This is our original homeland.
Everything that we have comes from the land. The language, the songs, the ceremonies, comes from the land.
Powwow is kind of how we kept our spirituality and our ceremonies and our languages alive. I do all my own beadwork. On my mom's side, she's from the Sioux tribes, and her band is the Dakota, so that's more the laid-back style. And on my dad's side, he comes from the Lakota, so this kind of little tribute to Crazy Horse.
My regalia is actually very new. It was made specifically for me. So these flowers right here, they're Blackfoot style. And right here on my moccasin, my great-great-grandfather, that's what he had on his gun bag. And then the red represents my grandmother, the one who first got me into dancing. I dance old style jingle.
The jingle dress is a healing dance. There was a little girl who was very sick, and her dad had a dream of these dresses and the songs. The dresses were made, and he brought her out to their ceremonial place, and he laid her down. He instructed these ladies to dance. They started singing the songs, and they danced around her. The life was coming back into her.
Originally, it's called the war dance, but they called it fancy because when they took on the Wild West show over to Europe, They wanted it to be faster and flashier. That's how it become known as a fancy dance.
Every river, every creek, every hill, there's a story. And our people know them stories, and it's up to us to get those stories out.
It's our job to keep this tradition and songs and dances alive.
The Blackfeet Nation is here today, and you're invited to participate in it.
Got another song or?
Yeah, just, so what we're gonna be talking about today is, each and every one of y'all knew I had just come back from the Blackfoot Reservation. And, at the very end of that, video, it was talking about that to tell the stories and the traditions. So we're at the time now that all these stories and traditions need to come to all the people. And that was one of the messages they told all of us to do is when we got back is to share what needed to happen. So, so I chose this class today. So we're going to be talking about one of the main prophecies that is taking place right now called the Whirling Rainbow. So we're going to discuss that. And this next video talks about that, and then we'll go into class.
The warriors of the rainbow prophecy. One day there would come a time when the earth being ravaged and polluted, the forests being destroyed, the birds would fall from the air, the waters would be blackened, the fish being poisoned in the streams, and the trees would no longer be. Mankind as we would know it would all but cease to exist. This is how the rainbow prophecy begins, as retold by a woman of the Cree Indian Nation of America over a century ago. The Cree are one of the largest groups of the First Nations Native Americans in North America. There are over 135 bands of Cree living in Canada, with a total population of approximately 200,000 today. Cree coming from the word Cretan. We know that the Native Americans of the Great Lakes area of Canada and the United States have Cretan DNA, ancient Minoan DNA. Now, going back to this, the rainbow prophecy, as it has come to be known, refers to the keepers of the legends, rituals, and other myths that will be needed when the time comes to restore the health on earth. It's believed that these legendary beings will return on a day of awakening, when all people will unite and create a new world of justice, peace, and freedom, and they will be named the warriors of the rainbow, quote unquote. They will reteach the values and the knowledge that has been lost in time, demonstrating how to have wisdom and extra perception, and how unity, harmony, and love is the only way forward. The rainbow reference relates to the different colors of the original people. Quote, at the beginning of this cycle of time long ago, the Great Spirit came down and he made an appearance and he gathered the peoples of this earth together, they say on an island which is now beneath the water, and he said to the human beings. Now the island beneath the water, could that be a reference to Atlantis? That's just my comment, but let's go back to this. I'm going to send you to 4 directions, and over time I'm going to change you to 4 colors, but I'm going to give you some teachings and you will call these the original teachings. And when you come back together with each other, you will share these so that you can live and have peace on earth and a great civilization will come about, end quote. This prophecy is told by Lee Brown of the Salish tribe in the 1986 Continental Indigenous Councils, Alaska. A particularly interesting part of the prophecy relates to the choosing of leaders. According to the story, a leader will not be the one that talks the loudest, boasts of successes, or has the support of the elite. Leaders will be those whose actions speak the loudest, the ones that have demonstrated wisdom and courage and have proven that they work for the benefit of all, Isn't this how things should be? The rainbow has always held special significance among the different Native American Indian nations. It's connected to the spirit, the supreme God or creator in all things. Apart from the Cree prophecy, there are many prophecies and stories from the Hopi, the Zuni, and the Cherokee related to the rainbow warriors. Quote, there will come a day when people of all races, colors, and creeds will put aside their differences. They will come together in love, joining hands in unification to heal the earth and all her children. They will move over the earth like a great whirling rainbow, bringing peace, understanding, and healing everywhere they go. Many creatures thought to be extinct or mythical will resurface at this time. The great trees that perished will return almost overnight. All living things will flourish, drawing sustenance from the breast of our mother, the earth. The great spiritual teachers who walked the earth and taught the basics of the truths of the whirling rainbow prophecy will return and walk among us once more, sharing their power and understanding with all. We will learn how to see and hear in a sacred manner. Men and women will be equals in a way Creator intended them to be. All children will be safe anywhere they want to go. Elders will be respected and valued for their contributions to life. Their wisdom will be sought out. The whole human race will be called the people, and there will be no more war, sickness, or hunger forever. This is Navajo Hopi prophecy of the whirling rainbow. Quote, in the time of the seventh fire, a new people would emerge. They would retrace their steps to find the wisdom that was left by the side of the trail long ago. Their steps would take them to the elders, who they would ask to guide them on their journey. If the new people remain strong in their quest, the sacred drum will again sound its voice. There will be an awakening of the people, and the sacred fire will again be lit. At this time, the light-skinned race will be given a choice between two roads. One road is the road of greed and technology without wisdom or respect for life. This road represents a rush to destruction. The other road is spirituality, a slower path that includes respect for all living things. If we choose the spiritual path, we can light yet another fire, an eighth fire, and begin an extended period of peace and healthy growth. This is from Grandfather William Commanda, Circle of All Nations prophecy of the seven fires of the Anishinaabe from ancient Wampum Belt. Now, while Wikipedia would have people believe that the legend originates in a 1962 book titled Warriors of the Rainbow by William Willoya and Vincent Brown, the reality is that the prophecy is ancient, passed down as oral history over many generations. Brown himself admitted that his research came from the Hopi prophecies, and the book has been criticized as an attempt to evangelize while the Native American community by relating the prophecy of the Rainbow Warriors to the second coming of Christ. References to a new era, a golden age, characterized by harmony, stability, and prosperity, do not just belong to the Native Americans, but can be found in myths and legends from all over the world. It's known as Chrysson Yenos in Greek mythology, the Golden Age, the Kali Yuga in Vedic and Hindu culture, and Gulaldar in Norse mythology. One aspect that is common among many legends of the Golden Era is the return of beings or gods that will aid in the restoration of the earth. In classical Greek mythology, the Golden Age was presided over by the leading Titan Kronos, meaning Saturn. Now, in some version of the myth, Astrea also ruled. She lived with men until the end of the Silver Age, but in the Bronze Age, when men became violent and greedy, fled to the stars, where she appears as the constellation Virgo, holding the scales of justice, or Libra. Whether these prophecies are true or not, much of what is spoken about the era of greed and violence is a reality throughout much of the world today. Corruption, greed, poverty, consumerism, power to the few, and injustice are predominant characteristics of our civilization, accompanied by a great technological advancement that has become a weapon for mass destruction and a tool for suppressed resistance. Now, whether beings from the past will interfere or not, one thing is for sure: life cannot continue in this way forever. This is by John Black, Ancient Origins, reference Cree Indians, Cree Indian prophecy, rainbow prophecy, the prophecy of the rainbow warriors, and its on humans are free. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account.
All yours.
Okay, so we're waiting for him to turn his volume down. Okay, so as I was with the elders on the Blackfoot Reservation, we talked about the many prophecies, but this was one of the main prophecies that that we're in the time of right now. And they're hoping that the ones that took the message back will take it back to the people they know, so that they can start realizing that the signs have always been there. We get signs from spirit all the time, but are we paying attention to the signs? The signs are here that we're in the middle of this prophecy right now. And for the ones that are aware that we are in the middle of this prophecy, we are the ones that are supposed to help the other people bring the prophecy about through our actions, through the way we act, through the way we talk, and the Whirling Rainbow prophecy, if any of y'all do not realize what it is, you can pull it up on the internet and read about it. But it is a prophecy that promises the peace coming to all the nations and all the people, where there's no fighting, no discrimination. And this rainbow race is what they will be called, will bring peace through the understanding that all races are one, that we're all the same. As we're beginning to realize, we all have the same emotions. We feel the same things. We might not look the same, but inside we are the same. And that's going to really start coming out for a lot of people to prove to other people and show that, hey, we are the same, to connect us together and get the prophecy really connecting, because this is one of the prophecies that connects the healing of the sacred hoop. When this one really takes place and the eighth fire is lit, we'll be there. And if you were listening, there's already 7 fires lit. Okay, but a lot of people are not aware of that. So we will have one more fire before it's completely, completed. And we'll know when it's completed by the actions of how everybody is acting on earth. So we still got a lot of work to do, but we're getting there. We'll know when the unity, when all the colors work together for the good of the whole. And that's where all the pathways to wholeness will be represented in the cultures. And as we're beginning to see, even when people are talking about Jesus, other religions, all stuff is still pointing to the same place in your spirituality of yourself. That everybody is looking for that one connection that makes them whole and makes them love. And it's unconditional love is what it is that we're all searching for. And where we can be ourselves and not be worried that somebody's going to criticize us for what we do. And we can talk about it freely without having to worry about being, beat down for the way we think about things. One of the signs is when the white buffalo started appearing and And what I mean by that is when the white buffaloes started being birthed. Now that's been going on for a long time. But there actually has been 2 new white buffaloes that were born within the past 6 months. And white buffaloes are now being born a lot more than just one out of one group of buffaloes. It's almost happening in every buffalo place where there's a buffalo at. So the sign of the white buffalo is one of the signs showing that this whirling rainbow prophecy is coming about, which that has been happening. Now, when the 3rd generation of the children, and they were calling them the wide eyes. And I was like, why do you have to have a name, like Wide Eyes? And, and this is stuff that other people have to work on too, because it's a judgment that we as a state and a nation has put on people. We're called natives. They're called black, the black nation. And there are people that still judge us that way. So there are also some Native Americans that judge the white people as white eyes. Okay, that's just what they call them, which is not appropriate because we're supposed to be uniting, as one tribe, one people. So there's a lot of things that have to be looked at within yourself. You can't change other people. Remember, you cannot change other people. The only thing you can change is the way you represent it, the way you see it, the way you understand it, and be that one that's walking the path so others can start walking it by your actions. Okay, not what comes out of your mouth, by the way you walk it. But when these kids start growing, they're going to start doing some things that are some of the signs that we're supposed to be watching out for the whirling rainbow. And you're going to really I would really like y'all to think about this. So Rodney, those 2 short videos that I sent you, could you play them right now? And then I'll describe to them what they're looking at.
Sonic.
We lost Shahwin.
Where did she go?
I don't know. She dropped. As soon as she comes back, I'll log her in. There we go.
Sorry about that. Did everybody crash or was it just me and Leo and Colleen?
Just you guys.
It must be the server here. So can we do the next little video?
There was 2 shorts you sent me and then the one for the end, or?
Yes, did you just do the little boys painting?
Yeah, you didn't see the other one?
No, we
Okay.
crashed at that time, but if y'all already played it, did you already play it?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's fine. Because Colleen and them, I'll tell them about it. It was a person getting their hair colored and their hair was, they were doing a rainbow style in their hair. Now, these are all signs that we've been overlooking. That they were saying that when the Whirling Rainbow prophecy comes, the young children will start painting their faces, painting their hair. And so how long has it been that people are tattooing their face? You know, face painting that's been going on for a long time. And also the hair coloring. But it's like some of the elders were saying when this is taking place with the people, they might not realize why they're doing it. You know, they just say, oh, this is cool, I'm going to do this. But that is some of the signs from the spirit world that the Whirling Rainbow prophecy is activating, and it's time to start bringing out the lessons, the stories, the teachings to all the people. Okay, and so when I saw that and realized what they were talking about, you know, that's been going on for quite many years now. And people are not catching what it is they're seeing. You know, and we are making judgments on, ooh, look at that person's hair. I would never do my hair like that. Stuff like that. You know, all of that is coming out, but these are all signs that we're in the Whirling Rainbow prophecy. And once we start understanding them as signs, that's when we will start seeking the new ways of understanding, and so will the people when this understanding starts coming out, we need to start telling people these are signs from the spirit world that this prophecy is being fulfilled. These are some of the things we talked about and how to go about bringing it out to the people so they could understand it better. The next thing is they'll start wearing feathers and beads in their hair. And it'll be kind of like the flower children, going back to the flower children day, back in the 60s. So be prepared. That's going to start really coming into focus when people start realizing and getting this message, hey, we're in the world of rainbow prophecy. And if and when the people do connect like this, it's going to bring about a great change for us. And it is going to be the time of peace, because people are going to start gathering together and going, we've been waiting for this for a long time. So we really need to, try to talk to people about it and get them to realize that the signs have always been there from spirit. And then the people will start going and seeking, to sit with the elders and the nations to learn about the wisdom and the knowledge so they can take it forth back to the people that they're around. It is one of the prophecies that the ancestors are returning. Okay. They don't talk about this a lot, but this prophecy is about the ancestors returning in white bodies. Okay, I want y'all to listen to this. In white bodies, but they're really red inside, which is the reincarnation where they've come back into a different color. As soon as people start learning this, they're going to learn how to walk on Mother Earth better. And it's going to start the balance again on everything, not just the human plane, because the more that us human or two-leggeds really walk in balance, then it's going to just bring balance to everything. And one of the biggest signs that they were telling us is that the children will be tested to see if they can pass the test by fire water. Y'all know what fire water is, right? Fire water is alcohol. So what has been ravishing through the country on, many places, reservations everywhere, alcohol. And where's it going? It's going to the younger children. They see their parents do it, they're going to end up doing it. This is a test, to see if they can remain on a sacred path. So this needs to be told, this needs to go out to the AA people. If you have a chance to go to AA meeting, stand up and say, I'm here to proclaim that we're in the rainbow prophecy, and explain to them what it is. And then explain to them about the test, about the fire water. It's all a sign. And if you can see the sign and wonders, then you can understand that there are things taking place, the good things, even though we can see out and think it's bad. It's really good. Some very good things are coming forth. And like I said, you're gonna see a lot of people go back to the flower child. The flower children, they're gonna start dressing like that again. They're start wearing all this stuff in their hair. When that awareness starts becoming really aware for a whole bunch of people, you're gonna start seeing all of this because the signs are there. And we really truly need to push this knowledge out to the other people. And that was happening when my dad was alive, where they were standing, but that knowledge got squashed down. But that's okay, because here we are again, the circles come back around, and this time we are actually going to be able to push it into manifestation, because all the signs are there. And when you know that the signs are there, you can really work your thought process and the energy. Some of the children that were back in my father's day stayed on the sacred path, but a lot of them got disillusioned and went on the way. And but the children come back, and once they get this knowledge, they're not going to forget it. So start pushing out to people to look for the signs. Because every time there's a buffalo being born, thank you, Rodney, you're going to see some of the signs. There's going to be a lot of changes in Mother Earth, which is going to create fear in a lot of us, but this will later turn into understanding that the unity of our planet come together as one person. Now these pictures that Rodney are showing right now, this took place last week in New Mexico. These are on different days. This is not the same day. One is the sun going down, one is the sun coming up. But as you see, the ring around it is a rainbow. That is called a sundog. This is one of the signs that you know that the whirling rainbow prophecy is coming back around, is when you see this around the sun. So I want y'all to pay attention to what you're looking at, because if this happened in New Mexico on that week, I was with the Blackfoot, so I was not looking at the sun. But I'm sure that other people saw this in other parts of the, United States. But this is one of the pure signs that the whirling rainbow prophecy is being fulfilled at this time. And like I said, you can show them the next picture, Rodney, if you like. Each one of these were taking, these two that he's fixing to show you were taken on the same day when the sun was going down. But as you see the rainbow, that's a dog, that's the sun dog. And there's no way to say it isn't. And this is a pure sign from Creator. The signs are out there. So start looking for the signs for yourself, and see where it leads you, see what it leads you to do, because we're all a part of this prophecy coming together. We all play a part in it. I can't tell you what part you play in it, but if you just really reflect on it, you're going to find out what part you play on it. And like I was saying, the sundog is a full rainbow circle around the sun, and which will lead, it releases bright light in all four directions when it's going around the sun like that. It says the sundog will be shown in the sky during the time of the white buffalo's birth. It is a sky language sign that the secrets and sacred teachings are to be shared with all races during the times to bring the children of the earth back into balance. And to help the children of the earth know to carry the responsibility of the teachings and the healing that will come with it. And it will start becoming full swing. I believe we're in the full swing of it right now, because these signs have been going on for quite a while and nobody was recognizing them. But now that y'all have them, I'm sure you'll reflect about it. And I'm sure you'll go and tell some more people about it. There'll be signs of the spirit telling people to move from where they're at. Okay, which this is taking place. I've known several people that have moved and said, hey, I just woke up one day and I just felt this urge that I didn't need to be here anymore, and so I'm moving. That is spirit also. And spirit is moving them so they can be safe, because where they're at is not going to be safe anymore. So spirit is making them move, and there's a reason for it. So if you're in the process of moving, or you feel an urge that you're moving, please don't try to stop that. Follow spirit, because there's a reason. There's a reason for that. One of the things that you can do too with the whirling rainbow, once you learn about the whirling rainbow, this also becomes a tool for you. You're to share your gifts and your ideals by giving joy to people and sharing it equally. And the more you share it, the more people will unite together and work together, and you'll feel that coming off each and every one of us. And that's kind of what we've been doing here in this group. Okay. And you see how connected we are, and how we feel more like a family now. And it was just so great to see each other, because we hadn't been together. Well, these are the energy cords that we're going to start building with everybody, even outside this little community that we have created here. And it's just going to become big, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. But they also wanted me to emphasize on to visualize the whirling rainbow, visualize it around you, and that it's the whirling rainbow of peace. Especially when you're having difficulties, visualize this rainbow going around you. Visualize the people that are involved in the difficulty, that this rainbow's going around them, and the disharmony or whatever's causing the problem. And then put unconditional love and peace and joy into that when you're visualizing it. And they guarantee within an hour's time of you doing that this will all be resolved, and you will be standing in peace with that person. But only you can see if it really works for you by doing it. This is also one of the Iroquois Peace Confederacy traditions. Okay. I don't know if y'all know anything about that, so you should research it. The Iroquois Peace Confederacy tradition. But they use 12 cycles of truth to bring peace. And this is part of the whirling rainbow too. So I wrote them down so that, but y'all can research this and learn more about it. But the 12 cycles of truth, the very first one is learning the truth. Number 2 is observing the truth. Like we just saw signs and wonders that the truth, that the whirling rainbow is coming about. The loving truth. Number 4, working the truth. Number 5, honoring the truth. And for the ones that are writing this down, am I going too fast?
Yeah.
Number 2 is observing the truth. Did you get the rest of them? Okay. So number 6 is hearing the truth. Number 7 is serving the truth. Number 8 is walking the truth. Number 9, accepting the truth. Number 10 is presenting the truth. 11 is living the truth. And 12 is being grateful for the truth. And, and those are the 12 cycles of truth by the Iroquois Nation. So as you reflect on what has been talked about today, I hope you understand and can see the signs and wonders and what we all must do for our own selves individually to help bring about the truth so people can understand where we're at. Because we are in this time, and this is a miraculous time of healing if we can bring it about where everybody unites and understands we are there. You know, it's going to bring such an instant healing, and people are going to stop fighting and stuff. But it's really up to us to get the word out and to show these signs and wonders like I just showed y'all. The face paintings there, the hair paintings there, you know, the tattoos all over the face, even if it's bad words are tattooing on the face. That's one of the signs that we've been in this prophecy for quite a while, but people have not realized that the signs were there. Even the alcoholism with the fire water has been going on for a long, long time. So we need to start standing up and telling people, hey, the signs are here. We need to listen to them. This is what it's going to bring forth if we listen and unite together in love. And I'll help you, my brother. What can I do to help you? You know, but also let them know that for the help to come into fruition, the healing comes through you looking at yourself, inside yourself. Nobody can change how you feel except for yourself. And we've talked about this many, many times. You know, and that's a very important message to you know, to give to other people is the healing comes from you looking inside yourself, looking into that ugly, ugly part of yourself that you don't want nobody else to see. The good, the bad, the uglies, all them skeletons in the closet, take them out. Look at them for yourself, because when you can see them as hey, yes, that was me, but that's not who I am today. You've healed. You know, you've healed, and you can help others heal. That's part of the whirling rainbow, y'all. And I hope you like this lesson. It's very important that we get this out because we are right in the middle of it. I mean, the signs are there, and it will be really a shame if the people on the earth do not start seeing the signs and the wonders that Creator is putting up there for us to see, to bring this about, because He can't do it by himself. He needs our energy. He needs our input. He needs the healing that we're doing on ourselves to bring forth to the other people so they can heal. So that is also a sign that everything is connected and we are to be one. You know, and without one person's knowledge, we will be missing part of the puzzle because we each are a part of that puzzle. So it's time to put that puzzle together and see the unconditional love and the harmony and the togetherness we could have when this takes place. And each one of us plays a big part in it. And that's how I'm going to leave the lesson today, because that's a pretty good, a huge way to leave it too. You know, because it does lay on each and every one of us, and depending on how Spirit lays it on your heart, you'll know what to do with it. So, like I said, we're going to have a little class after this class, so people can just talk and visit. And the ones that need to go, it's okay if you need to go and do other things. But I'm going to have Rodney close us out with the prayer and play the last video. And then he can cut off the recording, and then we'll just visit and talk.
Prayer first, then video.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Prayer first, then video?
Yes, yes.
All right. Father Sky, Mother Earth, all our ancestors, all our relatives, we thank you so very, very much for this opportunity to come together once again in this most sacred circle that you've allowed us to be part of. We thank you for the teachings from our beautiful sister Shahawin and the lessons that she's learned and she's passing on to us. We ask Creator and our ancestors, did you please place this lesson upon our hearts so we may walk this world and teach about the rainbow prophecy and help us to be the light and help us to bring our brothers and sisters higher. Help us to walk in a good way. Teach us, guide us, protect us during this week. We love you and we thank you. Aho.
Everything was brought to you by the Creator, the one Creator. Some people call him God, some people call him Buddha, some people call him Allah, some people call him other names. We call him Tonkashila, grandfather. To me, it's not a negative thing to know that there will be great changes. It's not negative. It's evolution. When you look at it as evolution, it's time. Nothing stays the same. It's never something like the end. Just like life, there is no end to life.
When the earth is ravaged and the animals are dying, a new tribe of people shall come unto the earth, from many colors, classes, creeds, and who, by their actions and deeds, shall make the earth green again. They will be known as the Warriors of the Rainbow.
The end of all Hopi ceremonialism will come when a Kachina removes his mask during a dance in the plaza before uninitiated children. Material matters will be destroyed by spiritual beings who will remain to create one world and one nation under one power, that of the Creator. That time is not far off. It will come when the Sakwa Soho, Blue Star Kachina, dances in the plazas and removes his mask. He represents a blue star, far off and yet invisible, which will make its appearance soon.
are brought to us by a great warrior named Crazy Horse. And everything he said is going to happen, it happened here, see? And there are two more things that's about to happen. He said he heard the voices of the children cry. So we are in that era right now, you know. I think we're at the end of it. And the next thing he saw, he said he's seen a huge light, a flash in the sky. And day become brighter than day, he said. And charcoal and ashes fall from sky and cover the earth, he said. And the next day, there was a new beginning because he's seen new grass grow when the water is clear, he said. And this time he only see God's children playing down there, he said.
Currently, there are 562 Native American tribes in the United States. Many of them, like the Navajo, Hopi, and Zuni, have stories of otherworldly beings visiting Earth. Often referred to as star beings, these alien visitors are said to come down from the sky to teach mankind.
Because then the truth will be revealed to the masses in one instant for everyone to see.
Viral Deaf Films.
Did you want to say a parting word, Shahwan?
No, I just think that was really good. And if you'd like, you can just return, turn the recording off, and then we can just visit.